Have you ever wondered why some people seem to rise above life's toughest times, while others crumble under the weight of their challenges? This is the question that we are going to delve into today by exploring the wisdom of the Stoics. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, offers us valuable insights into the human condition and can provide a guide to navigating life's stormy seas. It is not the absence of adversity that makes a life triumphant, but rather it is how we respond to the trials we face. Stoicism teaches us that we have the power to choose our responses, to cultivate resilience, and to turn obstacles into opportunities for growth and learning. We're about to take a journey into the world of Stoic thought, to uncover the 50 principles that can guide us to triumph over life's toughest times. Stay tuned as we dive into these timeless teachings and explore the 50 Stoic principles to triumph over life's toughest times. Stoicism, an ancient philosophical tradition, is more than just a theory, it is a way of life. This profound school of thought, born in the heart of Greece, has been a beacon of wisdom for over 2 millennia. But what is Stoicism, and how can it help us triumph over life's toughest times? At the core of Stoicism lies the belief that we can't control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we react. The world around us is in constant flux, filled with both joy and sorrow, triumph and tragedy. But in the face of this ever-changing reality, the Stoics proposed a radical idea: we can choose how to respond. Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions or ignoring pain. Instead, it encourages us to acknowledge our feelings but not let them dictate our actions. This is where the principle of self-control comes into play. The Stoics believed that by mastering our emotional responses, we can maintain our inner peace no matter what life throws our way. Then there's fortitude, another key tenet of Stoicism. Fortitude is about having mental and emotional strength in the face of adversity. It's about standing firm, not just in the face of physical challenges, but also when dealing with emotional turmoil. The Stoics viewed fortitude as a shield, protecting us from the destructive emotions that could throw us off balance. Stoicism also teaches us to distinguish between what is in our control and what is not. It tells us to focus our energy on the things we can change and to accept the things we can't. This principle, often referred to as the dichotomy of control, is a powerful tool for overcoming stress and anxiety. Stoicism, in essence, is a philosophy of resilience. It encourages us to view every challenge as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become stronger. It teaches us that true happiness comes not from external circumstances, but from within. With these principles in hand, we can begin to shape our reactions to life's challenges, turning obstacles into opportunities. So let's embark on this journey of understanding Stoicism and discover how we can use these timeless principles to triumph over life's toughest times. Now let's delve into some of these principles and see how they can help us overcome adversity. The first principle we're going to discuss is understanding what is within our control and accepting what is not. The Stoics believed that the key to inner peace is distinguishing between what we can change and what we must accept. We have control over our thoughts, our actions, our reactions, but we cannot control other people, the weather, or the passing of time. By focusing our energy on what we can change and letting go of what we can't, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and anxiety. Secondly, the Stoics practiced indifference to external circumstances. Now, this doesn't mean they didn't care about anything. Instead, they recognized that the world around them was constantly changing and that their happiness shouldn't be dependent on things outside their control. If it's raining outside, that's not good or bad. It just is. If someone is rude to you, that's not a reflection on you. It's a reflection on them. By maintaining this perspective, we can remain calm and composed even when faced with challenging situations. Now let's talk about the impermanence of all things. The Stoics understood that everything around us, including ourselves, is in a state of constant change. Nothing lasts forever, not even our troubles. This too shall pass, as the saying goes. By acknowledging this, we can learn to appreciate the present moment and not get too attached to things or situations. It's about understanding that loss and change are natural parts of life and that we can endure them with grace and composure. Another key principle is the practice of negative visualization. This involves regularly imagining worst-case scenarios or hardships. Now, this might sound counterintuitive, but it's not about being pessimistic. It's about preparing ourselves mentally for challenges and reducing the shock and disappointment when they occur. By envisioning possible difficulties, we can plan and prepare better, and when the time comes, we handle them with greater resilience. Lastly, Stoicism teaches us the value of self-discipline. It's about mastering our desires and fears, not letting them master us. It's about being honest with ourselves, understanding our strengths and weaknesses, and working to improve. It's about taking responsibility for our actions and striving to be better, not perfect, but better than we were yesterday. These principles aren't just philosophical concepts, they're practical tools that we can apply in our daily lives. They can help us navigate through life's ups and downs with a level head and a resilient spirit. They can help us cultivate inner peace and contentment regardless of our external circumstances. By understanding and applying these principles, we can develop a resilience that is unshakable no matter what life throws our way. Scene script: resilience is but the first step. Now, we venture into how Stoicism can guide us to triumph in the face of adversity. The Stoics believed that the world does not bend to our will, but rather we must adapt and grow within the world as it is. This is where the principle of transforming obstacles into opportunities comes in. When we encounter difficulty, instead of seeing it as an insurmountable barrier, we can choose to view it as a challenge to be overcome, a stepping stone to greater heights. This shift in perspective is powerful, for it is not the events themselves that disturb us, but our interpretation of them. Take the example of the famed Stoic Seneca. He was exiled only to become one of Rome's most influential philosophers. Instead of wallowing in despair, he chose to view his exile as an opportunity to write and study, thus transforming his obstacle into an opportunity. Another key Stoic principle is the practice of virtue. Virtue, as the Stoics saw it, is the highest good and the end goal of human life. It is not about moral superiority, but about living in accordance with nature, reason, and wisdom. It is about doing what is right, not because it is easy or profitable, but because it is the right thing to do. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote in his Meditations, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This is a call to action, a reminder that it is not enough to know what is right, we must also act on it. The final principle we'll discuss today is embracing the present moment. Stoics remind us that the past is gone and the future is uncertain. All we truly have is the present moment. It is here and now that we can act, grow, and make a difference. It is here and now that we can triumph over adversity. Epictetus, a former slave-turned-Stoic philosopher, said, "Don't seek for everything to happen as you wish it would, but rather wish that everything happens as it actually will. Then your life will flow well." This is a potent reminder to embrace reality no matter how harsh it may be, and to make the best of what we have. In conclusion, Stoicism offers us a robust framework for navigating life's ups and downs. It teaches us to transform obstacles into opportunities, to practice virtue, and to embrace the present moment. It encourages us to take action, to grow, and to triumph over adversity. Stoicism, thus, not only helps us endure hardship, but also empowers us to turn our struggles into triumphs. So how can we start applying these principles in our everyday lives, you may wonder? Well, it's simpler than you might think. Start small. Choose one Stoic principle that resonates with you and try to incorporate it into your daily routine. Perhaps it's the idea of accepting what you cannot change, or maybe it's the practice of focusing on the present moment. Whatever it is, remind yourself of it daily. Consistency is key here. Even if it feels challenging at first, remember that change often comes gradually. Be patient with yourself. It's all part of the journey. And as you become more comfortable with one principle, feel free to add another one. Don't expect to become a Stoic overnight. It's a philosophy that takes a lifetime to master. But every step you take brings you closer to achieving inner peace. Remember, Stoicism is not about eliminating emotions, but about achieving inner peace through understanding, acceptance, and virtuous action. No more tears, only triumph.